Hello, my name is Dale Shadbejian, and I'm the principal and founder of 118group.com. I've been designing websites for over 20 years, and boy, have times changed. Web design is constantly evolving as consumers demand more and more of our small business. Our website is a huge determining factor of whether or not a consumer will purchase our product or service. So, our goal is simple. We want to give you a beautiful and modern custom website which is more reliable and reduces your long-term costs. The old way of doing web design, there were a lot more people and the process was a lot more involved. You would typically speak with a business analyst who may or may not also be the designer, and they would talk to you, kind of get your requirements, get some things that you liked, and they would either hire a graphic designer or they would do a design themselves, and they would create an image of what your website would look like. The client would approve the website, back and forth. You'd have some back and forth between the business analyst and the designer and the client. And finally, when the client approves the site, you would hire a programmer to chop or to code the website that would take the graphic design and cut it up into little pieces, and then they'd start coding effects and linking things and doing the mouse over effects and all the cool things that you see in a website today. The downside to this is it takes much, much longer in turnaround times. So the more parties you have, the longer it takes. Now, where we have mobile devices like tablets and smartphones, cell phones, that kind of thing, you also need to kind of design what it might look like on those devices. That, in turn, would also increase the cost. Okay, so we're going to show you our new method in a minute, and we're going to show you how it's so much easier. The turnaround times are lower, and the cost is reduced as opposed to doing the old way. One of the other downsides of what we're calling the old way is you're really at the mercy of your graphic designer and your programmer. What if their methods aren't professional? For example, what if your programmer is not using the technology correctly? They're just kind of hacking it together. Or what if they disappear in the middle of the project? All your files are gone, your images are gone, the code could be a mess, and now you have to hire someone else to come in and figure out what those people have been doing. So those were some of the downsides of what we're calling the old way of doing the web design. So in response to this, we have adopted a visual builder framework as the sole way of designing and delivering custom WordPress websites. So it's a little bit of a different process. You would speak to myself. I'm what I would call the analyst and a designer. We also have other people on our team that can work with you. And we're going to get your requirements just the way we would in the past. We're going to spend a lot of time learning about your business. And then we're going to set up this framework. Okay? And with this framework, we're going to design a draft for you to look at. Fonts, colors, icons, images, all that fun stuff. We can still design custom graphics and all those things that really make your site different. But we're going to start with this framework. We're going to get your feedback, and we're going to make those changes in near real time. Sometimes we'll make them while we're on the phone with you if you want. We're going to show you an array of ideas, designs, effects, a lot more easier than having to hire a programmer and having them spend hours on something, and you just don't like the way it looks or reacts. And one of the best things about the Builder framework is as the web changes, as new browsers come out, as old browsers go away, as new phones come out, we can apply updates to your framework that will incorporate new changes. Okay? So the one downside, which I want to call out to the Builder framework, is you have to stay within the framework. There are tons of customization options. I mean, you're really only limited by your creativity. So while the design and the future change costs are reduced, we have to stay in the framework, or we would need to hire really a programmer to come in and do the changes you want, which I feel is really not necessary. I think there's enough in our framework that we can design something really nice that you'll like. So we're going to jump right in now and take a look at the framework. So I'm in our security suite right now, and here are the sites that we monitor. and I'm going to jump right into our own website, 118group.com. So we're in the WordPress backend right now, and I'm going to jump right in, and we're going to edit the homepage real time. So we're going to come in and click edit. And now, as you can see here, this is sort of a visual representation of what our homepage looks like. Now, let's just say I want to come in and edit some text. I can just click on it. I get my text. I can edit it, format it, make it bold, make it italic, change the size of the font. I can do all kinds of things with this page. Okay. Let's just say I want to add a new icon list here. I can just clone that element. Let's just say I don't like that icon. I want to change the icon. I can pick anything. I've already pre-installed all of these icons. I can change the wording. I can do whatever I want. I can make this column smaller. Whoops, I actually made it bigger. I can make this column smaller and make this column bigger. I could add a new column in here. I can move things around, move the order of things if I want. I can clone elements and put them on a different page if we're creating a new page so your website is consistent. And let's just say I want to add a whole new row. I can just press this one button and it will make a whole column down here. I can make it smaller. Now let's say I want to add a picture gallery on your page. I can just click Media, click Gallery, and it will automatically go down into your page. I can drag and drop that gallery anywhere I want. I'm going to put it right here. Now once I'm in that gallery, I can add images from a media library that I've already previously created. So I can say I want that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. I can change the title or the alt text that would appear. I can actually edit that image right in this interface. Click Add to Gallery. Insert the gallery. Save it. Now that gallery is on that page. I can just go up and view the page and it will show me what I've done. To create a gallery like this would normally take hours. I'd have to resize all the images, make sure they're perfect. Changing the order of the gallery would take a lot of time. And now let's say I made this gallery and I disappear. Someone else can come in and very easily just edit this gallery, move things around, change the titles. They don't need to know how I've programmed it. Okay, now I'll show you just some basic things. In addition to making this page look any possible way I want, I have some what we call theme options. I'm not going to save this. I have what we call some theme options that are consistent throughout the site. If I want to change my little fave icon or I want to change my logo, I can do so. There's all kinds of options. I can put in my Google Analytics code right here. In addition, I have tons of options. Let's just say I want to change the way my header is laid out. I want to change the order of my links at the top, or I want to change the name. There's so many different options in here. I don't have to have any programming knowledge. I can change colors on the site. As you can see here, I've already predefined all of my colors. So let's just say I want to change the font color across my site. I only need to change it in one place. Okay. Now, as the web evolves and codes and things change, this framework will be updated and it will automatically update those codes for you. So you don't have to keep having a continual programming knowledge. There are all kinds of options in here. I couldn't even begin to show them all to you. But you can see here how quickly we can put a page together. And you can see from, I'll just go to our home page real quick. You're not going to see the changes that I just made because I didn't save it. But this is a pretty powerful website that we've put together. We've made it look exactly the way that we wanted using this tool. So again, just wanted to give you a flavor of what you can do, and we hope that you could see the power and benefits of sticking with the framework, how quickly we can create things, and trust in us that we're going to make you a beautiful custom website that you're not going to have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars in paying a programmer to update down the road. All right, thank you very much, and have a great day.